first guy in town.
Hey YouTube. So as you can see by the caption, I'm gonna tell y'all how I got 30 credits as a senior. And this is the beginning of my senior year. Like, I'm still taking classes as we speak, so I'm gonna have more than that by the time I graduate. So basically, the very first thing you wanna do while in high school, if you're not in high school, okay, but while in high school, the very first thing you wanna do is see the requirements to take dual enrollment. Because my school, you just have to have AB on the road. But it depends on the school. They might want you to make a certain score on the SAT or ACT. So you need to find out the requirements, I say 8th grade summer. So that way you can go ahead and prepare to start. Like 8th grade summer, beginning. Because you have to register for the classes for the semester. I'm trying to think of the deadline. But you have to register for those classes before August. And August is when the Columbus Tech and regular school starts back mostly. I'm enjoying it. I don't know about other places, but that's when school starts back. So that's why if your school got that requirement, you need to do that and get all that settled. Like the first month of summer type. The first month of summer. But if your school is like my school and you just gotta have AB on the road, cool. Don't worry about it. So next, when you're doing these classes, understand the impact they can have on your transcript. Now, in my high school, and I'm pretty sure where else, but I don't know, if you get a B in a college class, once it transfer over, they give you 10 points. So it'll be an A in high school. Now, if you're failing, while that can't help you, it can also damage your transcript. Like, I don't really know all the details and how bad, because it's never happened to me. But just know the same way it can boost your transcript up and it can boost your GPA, it can definitely drop it. Like, it can drop it. So when you're doing these classes, make sure it's something you could do. Make sure that you're actually trying and putting forth the effort. If you want to drop a class, matter of fact, even if you don't, make sure that you know the deadline or the last day that you could drop a class, because after that, you can't drop it. So whatever going on is just whatever. You gotta stand there regardless after that. And if you in class with a 30 gonna be on your transcript. So make sure you know the deadline to drop a class. And if you're taking dual enrollment, you know you get a certain amount of credits, right? My school, they gave me 30. I've exhausted my credits, but I'm gonna get into that after because I'm going in a certain order. But yeah, you have a certain amount of credits. So you don't want to waste these credits. If you know you're failing the class, I suggest you drop it. You can always retake it, and it won't count against you since it didn't go through. Since you dropped it, they won't take the credits. But if you don't drop it and you fail it, they're still gonna take them credits from you. You're not gonna be able to use it for nothing else. You can't retake the class after that. And so yeah, it's just a waste of time. So if you want to retake that class, and if you don't want to waste your credits and you know you're doing bad, drop the class. Okay, now getting into the actual academics. First of all, you want to take classes regardless of if you know your major, I meant to say. Like me, I made a mistake. First of all, I thought I knew my major. I thought that the technical college I was at offered my major, but I was wrong. I thought I wanted to be a pharmacy tech, but see, a pharmacy tech and a pharmacist is two different things, and that's another thing. Make sure you do your research and you're doing the career stuff for the right career. That's just like with RNs. RNs don't have to take intro to healthcare because they shorten the pathway. So you make sure that you're doing the right courses for what you want to do. Like, don't just assume because it got a similar name or similar. No, it got to be exactly what you want to do. But back to what I was saying. Even if you don't know your major, it's good to go ahead and take Columbus Tech classes. I mean, Columbus Tech is technical college my school use, but college classes, because you're going to have some of these classes regardless of your major. And some examples of that is like, what's a good one? Computer science, English 1102, which is English, college algebra, public speaking, more than likely psychology, intro to psychology or sociology. Like, those are classes you're going to need regardless of your degree. You're going to need those. So even if you don't know what you're doing yet, if I was in 9th, 10th grade, whatever age they let y'all start, go ahead and do it. Go ahead and knock it out. Like, I know they might tell you can't do college algebra until you do this math, which is, I think I had to take analytic geometry before I could take that. But I could have been taking other classes like computer science, public speaking, but I didn't know that. So what I'm telling you is you don't need anything to take those classes. You can go ahead and take them. Okay, but yeah, moving on. Well, before you take English 1102, you have to do American literature. I take that back. But besides those two, that way and the math, you don't need nothing to start. Like public speaking, go ahead and do it. Computer science, go ahead and do it. Introduction to psychology, go ahead and do it. So yeah, moving on to the whole career thing. So first of all, most high schools partner with a technical college. That technical college may or may not offer you a degree. If they offer you a degree, if I were you, I would go ahead and just get my degree from there. Or if you don't want to go there like I'm doing, you just want to take classes and then finish at a university, then go ahead and start taking the main classes. But what I'm doing is, because my technical college, Columbus Tech, they don't offer a PhD in pharmacy, I want to go to UGA. So it's public knowledge. If you go to the college that you want to go to website, you can look. Like for me, the pharmacy program, you don't just go straight into the pharmacy program. You have to do what you call prerequisites. So I looked up all their prerequisites, and I'm doing all their prerequisites at Columbus Tech. Now, another thing, just because two classes have the same name, don't mean they're the same thing. You have like English 1101, English 1104, English 1103. If the college wants English 1101, you have to take English 1101. If you take the wrong English, it's not going to count. So if they want statistics 1150, you have to take statistics 1150. Like, make sure that you're taking the right stuff so you won't waste your time. So yeah, that's all you're doing. If they don't have a degree, look into a future college and take them classes that they do have. But if they have the degree, go ahead and get into that program and like follow the degree schedule so you can graduate. Now most is associate degrees at a technical college, which is 2 years. So if you start in 11th grade, you should be able to be finished. Like if I wanted to be an RN, I could have been finished by now because it's only 2 years, but I don't want to be one. I don't want to be one. Okay. So, moving on from that. The next thing is, if you do all these classes, looking into your future college, you need to be looking at, what do you call them? Accredited universities. Like, my college list is very limited because I want to be a pharmacist, and I got to make sure they're accredited. And what I mean by accredited is they have to be public, because if not, they will not take all your technical college credits. Like, if they're private, they're bound to not take those credits. And what that means is, when you transfer over to that school, your class is not coming with you. You're going to have to redo them. Like, I know Mercer is like that. They take certain stuff. Don't get me wrong, they take certain stuff. But my thing is, I need to make sure that they're getting everything. That they're going to get everything. So, yeah, make sure you try to aim for an accredited university. Last but not least, make sure that you're focusing in your classes. Like, okay, don't put too much on yourself. Like, one time I took anatomy, medical terminology, college algebra. I can't remember the other two. Anatomy and physiology lab, and computer science. I took those 5 while having high school classes and while I had a job. I finished, like, I came out strong. I only had 1 C, so I didn't hurt nothing. But the point is, your girl was fighting for her life. Everybody can't do what I did, and I took in way more classes than that. But it's just the fact I never took in that many classes at one time. Mind you, I'm still in high school. So that's another thing. Make sure that, like, what you biting on, make sure you can chew it. And you gonna cheat, make sure you remembering what you cheat. Because, like, it's not hard to pass college classes. I'm not gonna cap. You can cheat, you can do this, you can do that. But on that midterm and that final, they can break you. I mean, you can fail and still pass the class, but you can't fail too bad. I think you should aim for at least a 60. Because under that, you got the midterm and the final. So if you get super low grades on both of those, it might knock you out the park. So that's my thing. If you're going to cheat, at least remember most of the stuff you cheat. Try to balance out your stuff if it's, it's going to be due by Sunday at 11:59. Don't start trying to do everything Sunday at 6 o'clock, because one time I did it and, baby, I was emailing professors for an extension because I didn't make it, okay? So make sure that you just basically do research for your specific path. Don't wait for no counselor. Don't wait for nobody to map out anything for you. You find what you want to do. Find the college. Everything is online. Search the college. Search the degree. Search the prerequisites. Figure out what you got to do to get started and do it. But that's my advice, and I hope I helped. Go get a boo. Get that degree, boo. Thank you for watching.
It's been a minute since we last kicked it. And by the way, just got in town.